Okay guys, so we are going to In-N-Out. We're gonna get 2 double doubles with grilled onions. And well, last time I got the chili peppers, I decided I'm never ever again gonna get chili peppers because they are burning so spicy. I couldn't handle not even a half, and for whatever reason now I want some, but maybe I'll just use like regular hot sauce, Tapatio hot sauce that I got at the house. So as you guys know, I got the 14 karat gold pinky ring. I traded in my silver, my 6 ounces of silver for it because the silver was weighing down on me, and I didn't want to have to pay somebody to turn it into jewelry and have to pay for that. Also because, as you guys already know from the video, the short video if you watched it, and it's worth saying many times again, the gold is appreciating for the last 25 years at about 31%, at least 31% a year, and the silver is only appreciating at about 17% a year for the last 25 years. So if you guys are going to hold something of value, make sure it's gold or Bitcoin or real estate, property, land, real estate. It's always better.
Turn right onto 2nd Street.
It's all than the silver. Silver is 17%. Look at the line. There's hardly any line today, but it's still a line here around the corner. So definitely, you guys, if you're going to hold minimum amounts, like, so the gold is minimum amounts. If you guys are, if you hold silver, it's going to appreciate by about 17% a year over the long run, especially 25, 30 years. For a lot of you, if you're in your 20s, you're going to be holding that for 60 years before retirement. If you're in your 30s, you got about 27 years before retirement, or not 60 years, 40 years before retirement. If you're in your 20s, you got 40 years. If you're like actually just 20, because retirement is at 62. But if you got your IRA, your Roth IRA, it's an investment account that you can do. You can download the app on through fidelityinvestments.com, and that account is free for tax purposes, particularly for retirement. And you guys open one of those and invest the money in your Roth IRA, that is going to be tax-free upon retirement. And also you can start making tax-free withdrawals before retirement at 59 and a half or something. So you guys, if you want something that appreciates, gold is appreciating at 31% over the long run for the last 25 years. At least that's the past. We don't know the future. And Bitcoin has been doing 190% for the past 5 years as an overall divided number. So it could be that one year was only 30% or another year was only 40%, but the divided number between the 5 years over the long run has been 190% a year. So Bitcoin, I have already made up my mind to have a minimum of $50 invested in Bitcoin monthly automatically. because there's no need to think about that 190% for the last 5 years. You have to have some kind of Bitcoin, especially if you're aiming for retirement. So that's the number one. Number two, the gold. The gold is physical gold that can remind you, particularly me. I wanted the physical gold because it's a reminder every day, especially in jewelry. I wanted it in jewelry, even though it's more expensive in jewelry, because I needed a reminder daily when I go to work, when I come home, when I'm on lunch break. I needed a reminder to never forget that minimum amounts monthly could potentially make me a multi-millionaire upon retirement. And I retired in 27 years. So do not let time go by without you putting down $20 a month on Bitcoin if that's all you can afford. Because when you retire, you're going to have to look back at how much it has appreciated over time. And if you have not put any money on that, you're definitely going to regret it. So here we are, in and out. You know we're in the line. And you guys, gold is one of the major things. If you're looking into physical investments, gold. If you're gonna put some kind of money on physical investments, don't look at silver, because it's only 17% a year at best. And gold has been doing anywhere from 30 to even 40% a year over the last 25 years. And Gemini AI does not want to admit the numbers that I was able to determine through my mathematical divisions between the last divided by the last 25 years. So AI is not willing to accept that it has been 30%. AI has been saying that it's, or maybe my numbers are only for this last year, but still, that's last year. 30% is really good. And AI doesn't want to admit it. AI is saying that gold only appreciates at about 8% a year, and silver as well, only about 4 to 5. I'm not sure what it said, but it does not want to accept those numbers, 17% and 30%. But I'm almost certain, if we do the math, if you go back to 2000, 1 ounce of gold in 2000 was $446. And today, 1 ounce of gold, 2025, June, is about between 3,600, 3,300, all the way up to 3,400. It's been up and down the last couple of days. I haven't checked today, but that divided by 25 years since 2000 comes about roughly 40%, 42%, 43%, 44%. And I'm always saying 31% because it's the very least. At the very least, there's no way that it's been appreciating anything less than that. So you guys, real physical gold is way better than, see, it's much lighter, but still worth the same amount of my 6 ounces of silver, which, you guys, it was so heavy. 6 troy ounces is 31 grams per ounce. That is really heavy. So remember that. I'm here in the line, in and out line, and you guys see the McDonald's letter over there at the end of the video, at the end, all the way on the other side of the screen. It's golden, everything golden. The roads are painted golden. The middle lane is a solid gold, and it's building the future as money loses its power to purchase, for purchase power. It loses its purchasing power. So don't miss out on it. So everything is golden. Everything. I don't know if that's the reason why they painted it gold. I don't know if that's the reason why the McDonald's sign is gold. I don't know, you know, a lot of things, but gold is definitely foundational in every area of life. When you guys are looking back at this video and you guys are in the future and you say, I wish I would have done it. If you're in 27 years from now, when is that? Today we're in 2025. Let's say if you're in 2050, 2040, 2050, and you're looking back at this video and you're thinking, I wish I would have invested, or you're thinking, thank God I invested. I am very happy and grateful for you that you were able to put something down into your future, because life is definitely a looking glass into the past, things that we've done, circumstances that we could have avoided it, situations that we shouldn't have been in. And if you're looking back from 2040 and 2050 and you're thinking, I should have done it, don't think no more. Go and buy yourself a little bit of gold every month, or buy yourself a little bit of Bitcoin every month, enough to where you know you're not gonna miss that money someday and want to cash out when the market is down that day. Because people do that and they put all their savings in there, and no, it's not too late, and it could be half a year that money every month appreciated a little bit, and you can have a little bit more value for your money. It's never going to be too late, because you definitely could potentially be one of those people that are going to live well over 100 years old, 200-300 years old. I was watching one of the videos, I don't know if it's an AI video or not, but the president Donald Trump was reading one of the lists that Elon Musk had given him on the people that are scientists that have lived 100 years and older and are still living, and he got to the hundreds of people, even thousands of people who are well over in their 200 years of age, and they're still in the lab working, they're still making things happen. So you guys do not have to miss out on the next 50 years just because you're well and you think life is already over with or something. It's never going to be over with until the end of time. And also you still got, if you retire, you're only 62, and you still, you know, for the most part, people are living into their 80s, their 90s, some of them into their hundreds. I got an aunt. I got an aunt somewhere. Aunt. I don't know if it's aunt. It's definitely not an aunt. I got an aunt that is well in her hundreds, and she's still alive, and she has a business, and she's moving forward, and she's not living a life of what if, or it's too late, or no. She has a store and everything. And so we are definitely capable of doing more still, even at retirement. And $20 a month on Bitcoin can definitely get you somewhere in 20, 30, 40 years, and maybe buy you a business or a lot somewhere where you can start a small farm or something. It's definitely possible. It's not impossible. So don't think it's impossible. Don't think it's too late. And if you're here in 2025, now is the time to get into the gold and Bitcoin. It's the only thing that I know that it's appreciating, as far as those numbers that I know. But also land, property, people do that all the time, and you can't talk about it enough. It's only a pinky finger, a pinky ring it's 14 karat gold, and it's way better than the 6 ounces of silver that I had. So